Hey, what's up? It's your girl Serenity, aka 007, back with another story. I wanted to rebut on the last story that I put out about how I found my daddy. Now, this one is going to be after I met my dad. I went to his house that one time and seen him. We took pictures together, so I'll be sharing that up above. And also, I had a get together for my birthday. I turned 40 that year. Yeah, 40. And so I was so excited. I had never had my daddy come to my birthday party before because, as I stated in the last video, I didn't know him. And also, I went and met his mother, I'm sorry. And she was 89 at the time. She passed away 1 year later at 90 years old, so I didn't get to spend that much time with her. And she also had Alzheimer's, so she was, deteriorating at the time of me finding my dad. But it's all good because I got pictures of that, and I will be sharing up above. And also, I wanted to share some pictures with me and my dad at my get-together for my birthday. So I'll be putting those up above as well. And I was just so excited to even have him in my life, to know who he was. So after we met and before my party, as we were talking on the phone, my daddy decided to make a decision on getting the DNA test. He was like, well, I just want to be sure that it's 100% that you my daughter. And I'm like, but I did it on 23andMe, so I know for sure that you're my dad because, for one, we look dead on each other. For two, it was 23andMe and it was DNA and it matched with your niece, so there's no way that we're not related. But he was like, he wanted to feel comfortable with 100% knowing. So what we did was we went to the DNA lab and got our DNAs took, and I'll be adding that above, that it was 99.999%, no exclusion, that he is my daddy. That was one of the most exciting things that happened in my whole life. I never knew in a million years that I would find him. And also, yes, he has other kids besides me, so it's 3 sisters, and 1 brother. So altogether, my dad has 5 biological kids, including me. And I have 2 aunties and 2 uncles. So my dad has 2 brothers, 2 sisters. And I know one of my sisters is a lawyer. That's what he told me. And she lives in Atlanta. And he talked to her recently, and that she was excited to know that I even existed and that she had another sister. I have yet to meet her, so I don't know. Also, I want to share pictures of my grandmother, so I'll be putting that up above as well. Like I stated before, and probably multiple times, this was something that I prayed for on a daily basis. Sometimes I would cry and reminisce when I was alone because I was felt like lost. I felt like that part of me was lost, and that I wanted to find it so that I could see, do I resemble a family member or something like that on my dad's side of the family. And when I met him, like I said, It answered all my questions with no hesitation, 100%. When I looked at him that day I met him, boy, I knew he was my daddy. And I was like, okay, so at least my mama got that right. You know what I mean? Because I used to ask her, like, dang, is Robert my daddy's name? Like, is that the real last name? Because sometimes I would look him up on Facebook, you know. Before that DNA thing came out, I was searching, trying to work, trying to do everything I could in my power to find him. And God just blessed me. And like I said, that was just like one of the greatest blessings in my whole life. And I just feel so satisfied and inside. But it's one thing that sometimes I just can't get over because I'm not used to calling a man daddy. So it's hard for me to get past that this is my real blood biological daddy. And the reason why it's hard is because I'm older, you know what I mean? So it's like, this is something new for me. I have never called another man daddy in my whole life, so it just feels weird. And he also says sometimes it's like a strange feeling. So hopefully, you know, one day we will get over that, and you know, everything could be good, which it is good, but it's just like that stranger feeling. We sometimes can't get over it. And I didn't know he felt like that until like last week. He was talking to me on the phone, and I was like, dang, that's the same way I feel. Like sometimes I feel like, because I don't know his ways, I don't know him in and out like I know my mom. I know my mama inside out, you know what I mean? And it just feels weird that I don't know him like I know my mom. But, you know, life goes on. I'm blessed to know who he is, and we still working on our relationship. We talk all the time on the phone. He live in LA, I live in San Bernardino, so sometimes it's hard for us to connect because he's older, so I don't know if, you know what I mean, I want him to take that chance on coming out here because of the traffic and, you know, just situations. I don't want nothing to happen to him on the way, so most of the time I go out there to see him, just to make it more convenient. But I want to see him, you know, and I just want to spend more time, us grow a bond, and that's what we're aiming for. Until next time, all right, like, share, and subscribe.